Commander Zix-9 adjusted the neural interface as their ship dropped out of hyperspace near the third planet of an unremarkable yellow star. The Galactic Council's briefing had been cryptic at best. Locate the legendary weapon known only as human somewhere in this backwater system. For 3,000 cycles, this mysterious armament had been spoken of in whispers among the military elite, credited with impossible victories against the dreaded Vorth Empire. Scanning for artificial structures, reported Navigation Officer Kess, her tentacles dancing across the holographic displays. I'm detecting massive ruins on several continents, but they appear ancient. Most structures show significant decay. Zix-9's mandibles clicked in frustration. Another dead end, perhaps. The Council had sent them to 17 different systems based on fragmentary records and old war songs. Each time, they found nothing but empty worlds or civilizations too primitive to have created such a weapon. Wait, Kess's voice carried a note of excitement. I'm picking up energy signatures from the northern continent. Artificial, but strange. The patterns don't match any known technology. As their landing craft descended through the atmosphere, Zix-9 studied the surface below. Crumbling cities stretched for kilometers, their architecture unlike anything in the galactic databases. Twisted metal and strange geometric shapes suggested a civilization that had reached for the stars before falling to ruin. The energy signature led them to a massive underground complex. Their universal translators struggled with the symbols etched into the walls, producing only fragments. NORAD, Strategic Defense, Last Resort Protocol. Deep within the facility, they found it. The chamber was vast, filled with rows upon rows of cylindrical pods. Most were dark, their contents long since decayed. But several dozen still hummed with power, their transparent surfaces revealing the creatures within. By the void, whispered Tactical Specialist Orm, his 3 eyes wide with shock. They're biological. The beings were unlike anything in the galactic census. Bipedal, with only 4 limbs and a single head. Their skin was pale, almost fragile-looking, and they lacked any visible natural weapons. No claws, fangs, or toxic secretions. They were smaller than most sentient species, appearing almost delicate. These can't be weapons, Kess said, consulting her scanner. They're just organic entities. Primitives by the look of them. Zix-9 approached one of the active pods, studying the being inside. According to the readings, it was alive, but in some form of suspended animation. The creature's face was peaceful, almost childlike in its serenity. A low hum filled the chamber as automated systems activated. Ancient speakers crackled to life, and a voice echoed through the complex, speaking in the same language as the wall symbols. Translation incoming, their AI announced. Message reads, "If you have found this facility, our civilization has likely fallen. We are humans, and we volunteered for this program not as weapons, but as guardians. We carry within us something that cannot be replicated or manufactured. The willingness to stand between extinction and those who cannot fight. We do not know what threat you face, but if you wake us, we will stand with you. That is what we do." The message continued with technical specifications for the revival process, but Zix-9 barely heard it. A weapon that chose to protect others? In 3 millennia of galactic warfare, he had never encountered such a concept. "Commander," Orm's voice was uncertain. "The Vorth fleet will reach the core worlds in 40 cycles. Even if these humans are willing to help, how can such fragile creatures stand against the Vorth war machines?" Zix-9 looked at the sleeping figures again, remembering the old war songs. Stories of impossible last stands, of tiny forces holding against overwhelming odds, of victory snatched from certain defeat. Perhaps the weapon wasn't their technology or their bodies. Perhaps the weapon was their spirit. "Begin the revival sequence," Zix-9 commanded. All of them. The galaxy was about to learn why humanity had never built weapons of war. They had built something far more dangerous. Warriors who fought for others.